Hi, it's Nancy with Garden Scroll. I can see that spring is coming and there's so much to do. Of course, this is still my little array of things that I moved over here all in one big humongous cluster, and still some of course in the wheelbarrow too, but from where we moved it out from under this tree, and it was actually a lot of it was on the tree, and then I need to get out here and paint this little angel. I'm being quiet because I thought I heard geese going over. I thought I might could get them on here, but I don't think they're loud enough probably for you to hear it. So the sedum, the Angelonia sedum, is my favorite color. It'll turn green, a pretty like chartreuse green though for the summer. And I noticed where I had cleaned out, there's quite a bit of green and spring color coming up. We'll have to take the little bear down before long. His nap will be over. These are possibly tulips, but I have some tulips and some daffodils along this area. I see that some of the larkspur reseeded in this little pot. I may leave those there. That will be pretty. And I think this is daffodils beside these little girls. And then right over here, what I actually came out here for was to show you, this is a peony that's coming up already, and it's looking good. I love the pretty red color that it first comes out with. Also see a sprig of grass right there that I need to get out of there. I think it broke off, so it'll probably be back, but there'll be lots of sprigs of grass I'll need to get out. This is that lovely carpet phlox, and I just love it. I want it all along this and hanging over the railroad ties, but I so far haven't been able to get a good stand of it going. Plants know that it's time for them to start coming on. I may wait a little longer to clean this out because it gives it some insulation, and even though spring is coming on, we will probably have a few more cold spells, maybe another frost or two before usually around April the 15th is when it's pretty much safe for us. And then here in Oklahoma, we're never safe from the frost until probably June. Not really, but we do have late frost. That is the truth, we do. So anyways, I can tell one thing: it's time to start cleaning out some of these pots and different things, even though I don't want to take the insulation away from the little sprouts that are coming up too quickly. But I was looking at some of this, and let me see if I can find it now for you that I'm looking for it. I probably can't, but just give me a minute here, because I saw some coming up of the hostas already coming up. So I guess there's not any hostas coming up. The best I can tell is I must have seen this one little It's one little stalk right here. I can get it to come in focus for you. And I thought that was a hosta coming up, but it's not. They're still under the ground, which is probably a good thing, so that maybe they won't freeze out. And I have had my sedums to freeze out before, and once they came back from after freezing, but then we had another frost, and when we had 2 frosts the second time, they did not come back, and I had to replant this whole little row. They do, however, root easily, so I really just had to take clippings from my other sedums and just transplant them in here. It took them a little while to get going again, but not all that long either, so hopefully they'll do well. And I'll probably go ahead and try to leave this on the hostas and not clear it off just yet. There's certainly plenty of other stuff to do, and then I'll do this a little later and let it protect them a little bit longer. These are the little pansies that I actually planted this last winter or last fall, and they're still alive and doing well. But just surveying around, and even before I surveyed, I knew that I've got to get my nicer clothes off and put my garden grungies on and get busy doing something today. There's so much to do, and I'm also trying to figure out how to do Instagram, so I would like to get my Instagram started also. And I've already trying to do a post a week for my YouTube channel, plus all the gardening, and sometimes it can get way overwhelming, but then I also think that if I didn't do it, I would miss that sense of accomplishment, that sense of having done something, having made something beautiful, and of having maybe touched somebody's heart in a good way. That's the hope. That's the plan. Oh, look. There's my little lilac. This is, I think it's a white lilac. It's either a white or a yellow. I think it's white lilac bush. So it had died out once, and I replanted it, and so, or planted another one there, and I thought it was gone, but it's not. So one day it'll take over this whole little area right here, and I won't have to have all these little things to take care of. Not that I mind in a way, because I think the little things are very pretty, but, and this is dianthus. But the little things are very pretty, but they're also very hard to keep pretty because they take watering. You have to water them really regularly, and they don't always look pretty in the heat of summer, no matter how much you water them. I used to say it's like having a yard full of 2-year-olds, and that's pretty much what it is. You have to keep going with it. You can't let it go. If you do, it'll be gone. So, but I hope to get all this. I know it's a tremendous mess right now, and some of this stuff that came off the maple tree, I have no idea where I'm going to put, but I will figure it out and get it done. Look at this new growth on the roses. They'll soon be budding out. Hi, it's Nancy, welcoming you to Gardens Grove. I stepped outside yesterday and I saw my first flower blooming in the garden. This is, of course, a daffodil. This is a miniature daffodil. I think it's called Rip Van Winkle. And then I thought, if I have a daffodil blooming, maybe I have a Lenten rose blooming. So I came out here, and the first thing I saw was this little bud right here. And then I realized, oh my goodness, the whole plant is full of bloom. And then there's another one over here. So I've got to get out here and clean this, the old dead stuff out so you can really see the beauty of the beautiful blooms. So I did clean this little area out, not very far, because I have a cold. My husband and I both have colds, and it's been so bad that we actually went down to our doctors today, but we do not have the flu, so hopefully it won't be too much longer till we'll be feeling human again. But I wanted to show you a little bit closer down here. These are the Helleborus or Lenten roses. Isn't that beautiful? And then also these over here that I have pointed out to you. This is the one that's got the moles. I thought it just had that one, and it's just covered. It's just covered in beautiful blooms. And then there's one little one right back here I don't want you to miss, because it's a pretty darker kind of a mauve, deep mauve color. I'm a little disappointed in my little girl that I got painted. She does look way better than she did, but the color I used is a little too dark. It just makes her look more like she's in the shadow. So I saw a little bird over there, but I think I might have got him for you, but anyways. It's springtime. Well, it's not springtime, but the weather is looking like springtime weather. It didn't earlier this morning, but it is beginning to again now. Also, this is another one that's just too dark. It doesn't show up there anymore like it did before when it was a lighter color. I do, however, like the way it turned out compared to the way it was. But I am going to exchange it for this one. Her right in here, and I think she's going to show up more, and I think it may even work out a little better since she has a little bluebird in her hand. This one I need to straighten up a bit, but I've got it tied in right now, so I'll do that later, but I think that looks better. Things are truly greening up more than I would have thought so soon. Just a few days ago, everything was still brown and just barely beginning to show a few signs of green. And now look at this rose bush. I suppose the garden fairies are not big enough to clip all this old dead stuff back. How I wish they were and would show up and take care of all this for me. But I'll get it done. It's going to take some time.